Hey guys, Jesse here coming to you with a two-part video. Um, First thing I'm going to talk about is, again, cards that you should not run in Watts, and like part two, I guess. And the second thing I'm going to talk about is I have an idea for Watts that I need to test out, and I need some collaboration on what I can really do about it, about a problem that I've been having in Watts that I think is a major problem. Um, but we'll get to that. Anyway, I've been arguing back and forth with another Watt player. I won't mention his name, but he's been arguing with me back and forth through personal messages about cards that he really believes are good in Watts, and was, I guess, insinuating that I should make a video about it or promote those techs in Watts, and I think they're really bad. Um, the first thing, I guess, his goal is, or his idea is, that Blackluster Soldier should be in every deck, and therefore the best way to get him out is to have tour guides or tour guide substitutes in every deck. And Watts do not need that and cannot run it. One reason is because tour guide is pretty much for decks that can go nutty in a turn, like Fables or Plant Synchro, um, or Chaos decks. Man, I wouldn't even put it in a Chaos deck, but that's about it. They don't belong in Watts because Watts are not fast or aggressive, and you can't really do anything with Leviathan since you want to attack directly. That's the goal, is to be able to attack directly, and that's why all your monsters attack directly. Tour Guide does not fulfill that goal. Blackluster Soldier just can't be run in Watts because, again, he can't attack directly, even though he's pretty much a win condition all by himself. But also, the only good dark that you can really run in Watts is Sangan, and you cannot run cards like Chaos Sorcerer or Blackluster Soldier in a deck that only has one dark in it, because you'll never get him out. Um, so those cards, I believe, are not good. A card that he tried to substitute for Tour Guide, since he does not have them, was Doom Caliber Knight, which I think is just really dumb to run in Watts. That's a terrible idea, because Doom Caliber Knight basically shuts down your deck. If you summon Doom Caliber Knight, you cannot attack directly with any Watt monster because all their effects are mandatory, and you can't even summon a Dragonfly because when it gets destroyed or attacked, Doom Caliber Knight will negate its effect. So Doom Caliber Knight doesn't do anything. Doom Caliber Knight is built for decks like Plant Synchro or Fables or something, or Chaos, where you set up, you get all your boss monsters out, you get your Trishula, your Librarian, you get your pluses, and then main phase 2, you summon Doom Caliber Knight. Because now you're protected from your opponent's monster effects while you have all your setup. It's just like running Royal Oppression in the last format in Plant Synchro. You synchro everything first, and then you set Royal Oppression to stop your opponent from doing it on you. So Doom Caliber Knight is just dumb in Watts. Do not run Doom Caliber Knight in Watts. You will lose. I guarantee it. Some spells that he insisted on running, was, one of them was Ego Boost. I'm a little off on the effect. Let me get it here. Ego Boost. It is, see, when it's a quick play spell. When a monster declares an attack, target one face-up monster on the field. It gains 1,000 until the end of the battle phase. Now that card's just bad. Magic Cylinder, again, is way better than Ego Boost. Much, much better. The problem with that card is, 1,000 extra damage is not going to do anything in Watts. 2, you instantly neg 1 from your hand. And 3, it's not going to protect you. It's not. Sure, you'll get over one monster during your turn. Great. But that's about it. I mean, it's a card that boosts attack, and you can't even activate it in the damage step. How crappy is that? That's terrible. That's a terrible card. I do not recommend running that at all. It's worse than, I would rather run Luminize instead of Ego Boost, and I don't even like Luminize. Magic Cylinder trumps both of those cards, so do not run Ego Boost. That's terrible. He was running 3, which means you're going to neg 3 cards. Another neg card he was running was Photon Lead, which I know it's a quick play spell card, and it reads you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower light monster from your hand. So the idea in theory is that you would attack with Watt Cobra, get your Watt, and then during the battle phase you would quick play Photon Lead and special summon the Watt that you just got. Again, the extra damage is not going to do anything. Like, yes, you'll get 1200 extra in, but what's going to protect you if you just minused 1 of Photon Lead from your hand? So those are minuses, and Watts cannot handle minuses. You need to plus from Cobra, and you need to get protection. Again, I'm going to say that over and over again. Protection, protection, protection. That is so key in Watts to protect your monsters, because they cannot protect themselves whatsoever unless you're running Hopper. And that brings me to another card, Watt Hopper. If you're going to run Watts with Watt Hopper, you have to have a Watt Lock deck that is based around getting Watt Hopper out as fast as possible and then protecting it. You cannot, players like myself and Yu-Gi-Oh! Musketeer, who is also a fantastic Watt player, has a great channel, great content. You should go check him out. But anyway, we could not tech a Watt Hopper in our decks, because what's going to happen is we don't run cards like 1 for 1 or anything like that to get them out. So what's going to happen is we're going to top deck Watt Hopper mid-late game, and it's not going to. We're just going to have to set it, and it's not going to do anything. It's going to get killed, and that's it. Like, sure, you know, we might have Call the Haunted, and Call the Haunted will just get MST'd. Monster Born, which is a limited card, and Cobra to get it to your hand, but it's going to take a minimum of like 2, possibly even 3 turns to get Watt Hopper and summon it. And you are not going to be able to get you're not going to be able to get it out fast enough. If you want to run Watt Hopper, you need cards like 1 for 1 and Safe Zone. Those are totally necessary to run in Watts. You also need spell and trap negation like Dark Bribe. In my Watt Lock deck, which I have on my channel, I run 3 Safe Zones, 3 Dark Bribes, because you have to protect Safe Zone as well as keep yourself protected from Dark Hole Heavy Storm. So those are totally necessary. But that deck is built around Watt Hopper. My Aggro deck does not have Watt Hopper because it's not built around it. So you either have a deck around Watt Hopper or you don't run Watt Hopper at all. Those are your only 2 options. I guarantee that you cannot tech a Watt Hopper. It's not going to work. Another card, Dust Shoot, I don't recommend, because yes, it's a great card, but Dust Shoot is supposed to keep your opponent from going totally nuts on you. It's not going to help if your opponent has any monsters above 1200 in their hand. If someone has Thunder King, Tengu Tour Guide, and you return any one of those can still kill your monster next turn. Again, it's not going to protect you at all. And you're going to draw it mid-late game and lose because you can't do anything with it. And then another thing, having an extra deck. He did not run an extra deck because he felt it was unnecessary. There is no reason ever in any deck why you should not have an extra deck. At a minimum, almost any deck can run a Utopia, unless you run level 3s. In that case, you would run Leviathan. Every deck can have extra deck cards, and there is no reason why you should never have extra deck cards. Even if you're a player on a budget, Utopia is what, $2, $3 tops? And Leviathan is the same, $1, $2, $3, because it's been reprinted like twice already. So every deck should have an extra deck, period. If you run any tuners, you should have a synchro for every situation. Unless you're on a budget, then that's understandable, but you should always have an extra deck. That's all I wanted to go over for that. An idea that I had in my Watt deck, which is in here in my Zapdos box, is possibly lowering the monster count even lower by removing maybe 1 Cobra and 1 Giraffe. And I know it's only 2, but here's the problem I've been having in Watts is having a full monster hand first turn, or I keep drawing Watts, It's really bad because Watts cannot protect themselves. I have to draw threatenings and messengers of peace and swords and cards like that in order to protect myself. And even getting pluses from Cobra, I feel I keep drawing monsters, and that just it sucks. It really sucks when you plus with Cobra to a giraffe, and then next turn you just draw another giraffe. Like that really sucks. I would rather have duality or a warning or a threatening or something to protect myself, and it's really difficult. So I think I might lower the monster count, um, and maybe even put back Call the Haunted, the second Call the Haunted, because that does better than drawing. That is better than drawing monsters because at least I can get Honest and Marshmallow and stuff back. So let me know if you guys think that that would be a good idea, or Yu-Gi-Oh! Musketeer, if you're watching this, what you would think to solve that issue. I don't know if you're having a similar problem, but drawing WAP monsters mid-late game instead of drawing protection, or even I guess in other decks, Lava Golem and stuff, it's really bad. I want to be able to search for my Watts instead of drawing my Watts. Um, but unless I already have protection, of course. But full monster hands are really bad. That's probably my worst situation that I've experienced in the deck. Um, and so let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear feedback, please. Um, and that's all I had for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. I don't know if anyone's interested, but I might do profiles on cards that are not out yet, such as Gishkis, which I've seen, or I have a friend who runs Gishkis that are OCG, and they're very good. In my upcoming Inzector deck that I built, which Inzectors, if you guys don't know, you will know within a couple weeks. They are totally broken as hell. Wind-Ups, another deck that's going to be really good. Let me know if anyone's interested in that kind of thing, and I will definitely post a video on it. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and more videos coming to you soon.